This is why we need the 43.
Here, do you want to strap mics onto yourself? You need that one too.
Thanks, man. Do you see the obvious thing here?
No, I'm not looking at it.
Why not? This is why the 43 inch is awesome for our lab.
Because it shows up well on TV?
No. It's two different computers.
Yeah.
We got this is
And it looks good on TV.
So we can show to people.
Alright, right now you're showing them your body. Hey Frank, welcome. Kevin's behind looks good on TV. That's funny. I'll try to mod Jordan if I can find him. What? So? Doesn't matter. That's the 43-inch Dell. We posted a short video on it yesterday. Holvik, thanks for sharing. Jordan. You okay, buddy?
The AC thing starts sliding back.
Oh, it looks like you might just still be mod from last time. So Jordan, I think you're already a mod on the TikTok suite. I did not know it would persist like that, which is good. And a mod on the YouTube. All right, sweet. So one of the questions we've been getting a lot is around power consumption. So Kevin set up this 43-inch Dell, which is pretty neat. And I know initially what we wanted to do is, where did it go? The big tie-in box? Yeah, the big tie-in box. The big tie-in box we were going to do for this, but we need a power cable. So I don't know. What was the thing with the power on the tie-in?
The tie-in uses a chunker. Big 20 amp plugs.
And we don't have one?
That going to a C13.
Oh, so you're flying into our PDU, but into the Porsche thing.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the power meter's hard to visually show.
It's right there.
Where?
It's that blue thing right there.
Oh, it's tucked way back here.
Yeah.
All right, so at a high level, talk about what it does.
It monitors power in 125 microsecond intervals.
Okay, so is it as simple as one plug in one side, one plug out the other side?
So you give it power. Its power supply is through this side, and you can connect up to 4 C13s the other side.
Okay, so the reason we're not using the tie-in is because we don't have the 20 to 13 connector or cable.
Yeah. Here, we might need to kill the YouTube side and restart it because
Why?
he's saying the YouTube mic is not working.
Uh-oh.
That was when you dropped on the floor.
No, it was after I dropped it on the floor.
Alright, things that power meter does is now that we've got it, is that we should be able to do system level power consumption during benchmarks. And it's got enough clarity in it, what is it, the sample time is good enough so that we should be able to map that to benchmark. So if we do something that's a heavy GPU test or a heavy CPU test, we should be able to get peak power consumption out of the system. And I know you guys get the comments all the time about fan noise and about how loud these systems are. I appreciate that if you're running these servers or workstations underneath your bed, that would be relevant, or in your media room. But really, if it's going to go into a rack or into the data center of some kind, the power is more important than the sound. The sound in space, no one can hear you scream.
But they're
Data
correlated,
center-
though.
What's that?
They're correlated. Generally, if a server is running a lot louder, it's running with more fan load, and fans with some power. Fans with 30 or 40% of the power load these days of servers.
It's not that high.
Dell was telling us numbers in 30%.
I think that's like the most in a couple of years. I think most now are in probably 15%, but it depends on the scenario, bottom line. Anyway, so we've got the power tester set up, and we've got what's connected to it. Is that the latitude, or what do we have for precision?
Right now, that's one of the HP Z4s.
One of the Z4s or that Z4 rack?
That guy. Whatever it's called, it's the HP Z4 or something.
Yeah, Z4 racks. That's another
So
review.
he's saying it's still coming from the internal mic, so I'm not sure if you did something sad to it.
Well, it's not working for some reason on YouTube.
So
Joao, thanks for the share. We especially love shares, likes, and new follows. That helps us. So if you guys like this, it helps tell TikTok we're doing a good job. So if you double mash that, we'll be lifelong friends. Studios, thanks for the follow. BMW, thank you. You are in the StorageReview lab. And we're doing some power monitoring on the HP Z workstation. We're about to be. So what you're seeing here on the lower half, this is the, well, first of all, this is the Dell 43-inch display they just sent us. Unboxed that. We've got a short up on that yesterday that I posted. It's on all of our socials. So the bottom screen is the HP Z. The top screen is the output from the Porch Power Studio monitor. So as soon as we vary these workloads, you'll see some different action up here. But as this test is running, this is a CPU Blackmagic test. You can see the peaks and valleys that are created, which will really be helpful for us as we go on these reviews to get much more information built into this into our content. The line's jumping around a lot now. It might be a little hard to see the top line that's kind of maroon, but the bottom ones show the peaks and valleys. Tech Bear, thanks for the tags. Oh, the stickers. Yeah, I sent Tech Bear a set of StorageReview stickers. Tech Bear, you better send back a picture, post a picture in Discord of you applying one of those to your notebook lid. I forgot to check and see. I don't think you're a Tottenham fan, but that's okay. Mark, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Wolvies, thank you. Bounty's running some Dell storage, moved to PCI. Good for you. Jordan Hughes, thanks for the follow and the gift. Oh, other Jordan with the gift. Thanks for the rose, buddy. Ty Z, thanks, buddy. I don't know Sienna much at all, honestly. Did you give up on this?
No, we got working.
Oh, what
Had to
happened?
bring the mics in and out and finally got going.
Oh, okay. All right, so hopefully we're back up for the alternate stream on YouTube. So Kevin, with this going, you want to talk about maybe do some different workloads and show how that impacts, or tell, I know you're running the Black Magic right now. What else is going on?
Well, I was just getting the GPU and CPU to go up there just to monitor what the increase was, because when this guy's at idle, it's drawing like 160 watts or so, and then when you scale it up with just GPU, you see start to kind of flutter around and then level off in the 440 watt range. But it gives a nice level to see what the total system impact is, and then what the GPU and whatnot is on top of that.
And that's an A6000 in that system. It's the 1U HP Z4 rack all the way down here at the end is what you're getting on the bottom end of the screen, and then the Quartz Power Studio on the top. So again, the question is always, how much power do these consume? And I suppose, what do you think the goal should be for the review? Would be just to show peak, or if we run a sustained heavy GPU workload, heavy CPU, then both? Like, what are you hoping to get out of this?
I mean, yeah, you're going to want to show here's what impacted. Like, for example, that Black Magic test, part of it's CPU, part of it's GPU, but there might be areas where maybe we can kick off something while that's going, and also stress the
DRAM? You want to run like 7-zip at the same time?
Man, it'd be easier if I had a keyboard plugged in. Stole my keyboard.
You threw it on the ground.
But you'd be able to show, in this case, we're stressing the GPU, and then we start adding CPU workload into it, which, come on. Did I manage to break the keyboard dropping on the ground?
Yes, I dropped the phone. Kevin dropped the keyboard. I didn't break the phone. Kevin broke the.
Okay, there we go. So when that guy was up to like 460 or so with the just the GPU going, let's add in a really long Pi run.
All right, so Kevin's added Pi computation on top of the other benchmarks.
Yeah, so right now we went up from what, it was 160, 170. We're at like 320 or so. And now we can make the power bill cry by running that again.
What's the one on the bottom right?
This guy's Luxmark, so this guy's just GPU only. And so in this case, we are at 600 watts now. So
600 watts?
yes.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, it gets up there.
That's got to be close to the TDP of the processor and the GPU.
Well, it is what it is. I can't tell you, like, I can't divine the why.
No, well, it's easy to get there. I'm just wondering, from a benchmark perspective, what's useful.
Well, I mean, if you look at how we've looked at the CDN workloads, for example, you have a performance metric, you divide that over what your watt used, and you were able to figure out the impact of that specific workload. I think trying to say, here's what GPU is, here's what CPU is, isn't as valuable as saying, here's what the workload is with this system running.
Right. So, but we just have to think about how to standardize the process so that in the reviews when we say we ran this, I think here's what we should do: is we should maybe scale it and say, running Blackmagic gets you this, running that on top, add Luxmark, add whatever, and show the numbers get bigger to some sort of maximum.
Yeah.
Or run them each individually.
There's some of that. I'm just not sure which workloads. Like if you try and put in a scenario where here's CPU, here's GPU, or here's both together, that's not like, I don't know of many workloads that people would be stressing CPU and GPU completely maxed. You're probably doing one or the other, or you're running something, you're looking for the average.
Yeah, so I think we should do them individually and then do all four together and then have a table that says this, and if you do all four, here's like max system power. Because the max will be relevant for rack wattage planning.
Yeah.
To the question on the GPU, this is a A6000 non-ADA in this system. It's in this 1U HP Z4 rack. So that's what we're dealing with at the moment. And we're also trying to figure out, and if you guys have thoughts, either mention it here or join the Discord and let us know what you're thinking in terms of what kind of power information would be useful to you, and we'd love to take that into consideration. Henry, thanks for sharing the live. BG, welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We do not shut down the servers at night if they're doing something. So, it's only in this summer when it's real hot will we be super conscious about shutting stuff down. UFO Talk, thanks for the follow. But that's because we're open air cooled. So at the moment, we've got fresh air coming into the lab. We do a lot of air circulation and then run the ACs. What's our high today? Like upper 70s, 80 degrees or something?
It says it's 84 outside right now.
84 outside, 80 in the lab. It doesn't feel like 80.
No. It's cool 80 compared to when it's really humid.
A not humid 80. And now obviously we're into the decline in temps, so we're not worried about it anymore. But in July, August, a little bit of September when it's hot, like if we're running a bunch of GPU servers or blades or anything more than about 6 or 8 systems in here, it gets toasty fast, and then we've got to kind of make some decisions about what's running. But nothing in here is really production. It's just related to whatever projects we're working on. It can be a little dicey when we're doing something long, like the 100 trillion pi run that took a couple months. That one we can't shut down, so that's a little bit shakier in terms of heat and thermals in the lab. We should. You want to do something with the tower? Get it moving?
Well, where do you want to have it?
I don't care. It can sit on the floor for all I care.
We're going to be moving boot drives over from an existing environment, but we could.
This is not good. It needs to be operating.
But the live can be watching me burn a thumb drive for a while.
Yeah.
But I'll be in another room, so.
Oh, that's fun.
There's that.
You're going to use. You're at least going to use its boss drives, right?
Well, that's where the OS is going to go.
Yeah, good. We do have in. Where the hell did the system go? In.
Do they take the display off this thing?
In the. We've got a Precision sitting around here somewhere that's got a 6000 ADA. So what we intend to do there is review that, compare it to a non-ADA, and in fact use this power meter to see if your supposition that it's more power efficient is true. So now we're getting more tools, more analytics in the lab to be able to dial in and answer those questions. Where are we without being specific? We are in Anderson Township, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45230. Oh, that might have been specific. You want the address, Xenon? one of the guys on the YouTube stream was told by his wife it's too nerdy to watch in bed. I guess he's in Europe, and if you're in bed with me on a Friday night, something has gone very wrong. Your wife, I'm sure that guy already left, but your wife should not only make you stop, but should slap you in the face. Although, speaking of things, I did order more sloths, and I did authorize our web developer to set up WooCommerce so we can actually sell these guys. If you guys want to support, I'm a very low pressure, but we've got these guys with a sticker pack, sloth sticker pack that goes with it. So we'll have that on soon. We do have a very early supporter program as well. If you want one, you can message me in Discord or email Brian at the Discord, just so you guys know, is discord.gg/StorageReview. We've got like 1,280 people in the Discord, and lots of conversations, lots of tech support, lots of deal hunting. We've got a little forum there for buy, sell, trade. We do all of our giveaways there. So discord.gg/StorageReview is the vanity link. We just got that in the last week or two, which is pretty hot, if I do say so myself. We get down to Texas all the time, Xenon. We were there 3 weeks ago, working on those Dell GPU servers. Oh, you slid him all the way down at the end? All right, so while power is going, let's switch over here for a second. We've been working on this Dell tower here. Like, you're moving around. Oh, just say it. It's fine.
Well, I don't know if we will mention it until it's finalized. So
It's fine. So this is the Dell T560. We're actually going to be giving away 2 of these on our Discord. So each config is about 15 grand. Kevin personally built the configs. What have you built for these guys? Quit
something
moving.
with very little flash. I took it away.
Quit moving.
What?
Describe what's in the server.
It has metal. It has 2 CPUs. It has some RAM. It has a 960 gig hard drive, iDRAC Enterprise.
Warranty is on there, right?
Yeah, 3-year on-site.
Yes.
Pro support.
So we're giving.
It's a decent build.
We're giving away 2 of these real servers. Those will be given away in the Discord. So that will be, again, discord.gg/StorageReview, where you can enter that contest. And we are giving away a portable SSD right now as filler while we get the legal T's and C's figured out. Who's shitting on our closet? That is relatively organized, even though we probably don't need half the stuff that's in there. Every time I find a bag of loose parts, Kevin assures me they're critical to the survival of the human race. So anyway, we've got this guy going. The best part about this, if you didn't see our intro video on that guy, is that it's got 4 L4 GPUs in it. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Those dudes are like $2,500 a pop just for the little edge inferencing GPUs. So we're happy to have those. And it's got the boss drives on the front, in addition to 8 NVMe. So our review is going to be primarily, we'll do storage on the 8 NVMe drives. There are 8 hard drives in there. It's got the 2 NVMe boss drives in the front. Like I said, inside it's got 5 L4 GPUs, and I don't know, do you remember how much memory or what CPUs is in there?
I'll know soon, but I forgot.
We'll know when it boots. So much progress being made. The other one we've been working on lately is the, is this upside down? Yeah. The upside down universal PDU, so this guy's pretty sweet. Takes all those different plug types that Kevin was talking about earlier. And if you haven't seen our video where we turn this thing on and each one of these powers on one at a time and clicks along the way, that's a pretty fun video if you're into clickety things. Clickety clack. All right, let me see what I missed here. Stopped in Lubbock. We were in Round Rock the whole time. I do keep talking about it though, about doing a meet and greet. I'm willing to foot the bar tab actually on meet and greet.
What if it's meat as in the actual like delicious type?
We can do that too. That might be more expensive. I will be in Denver on October 3rd and 4th. So if we've got any Denverites or anyone from Boulder or Longmont or Sea Springs that wants to meet in Denver, I will gladly find a location and do an in real life. We can do a live from a brew pub in Denver. So if anyone's in the area, we're getting that done. Yeah, I don't know how much RAM Kevin configured, but when we have the whole contest up for those servers, we have the build sheet. They got ordered today. DACs, the back of the racks are better, but still freaking terrible. Xenon Discord is discord.gg/StorageReview. So get in there. All right, Round Rock. We'll do that. I'm going to do better about that. When we've got time, when we know we're going to have time in the evening, I'll set up, even if it's in my hotel lobby, just set up a little drunken IT brigade. CBG. Irvin, thanks for the follow. Good time. Bearded's down there manning the border. I don't think he can leave. I don't know how much power we use lately, but I think our last electric bill wasn't all that bad. What?
I think it was a little bit high, but
It was under $1,000.
okay.
We've beat that before. I think, I don't know, 1,300 I think is our high score. So if someone figures out what a watt costs minus delivery, you can figure out that. I try not to look at those things. It makes me feel sad. Again, guys, thanks for all the new follows. Really appreciate it. All the likes and shares, really nice too. Much appreciated. So we did get the tower boot and calm down. We're making progress there. Kevin's KVM rig is now somewhat offensive with this 43-inch screen. I do think it may negatively impact the airflow of the servers and devices behind it. Power use in the winter is like the same because it's we don't run the heat. We still run the AC if it's not cold enough. User, we're trying to get some stuff going with Pure, but it's slow. We did one thing with them on Rocky or RDMA or something 2 years ago, and I go to Accelerate, or what the hell? Yeah, Accelerate. I go to their event every year. They're great people. We're making progress, and I think they will do something with us sooner than later, hopefully. I want to see an array stuffed with their 150 terabyte SSDs, and I am working them for a podcast and another plug for the Discord. So what we've been doing lately on the podcasts is live streaming them on the Discord, and then taking Q&A from the Discord to me to the guests. So It's something we're working with, we're experimenting, we're trying to bring more interaction to the Discord server. So again, discord.gg/StorageReview if you want to join that and help shape what we're doing and helping us find guests, people that know tech. We want to be doing more there, and we've got to keep on the podcast train. And if we can get more of you guys involved in that, I'm thrilled to do it, because as smart as I am, having more of you guys involved would net a better podcast, no doubt. But yeah, Pure, we love those guys. We've got a bunch of other stuff we're working on. Currently, we've got this nice AI project with Kioxia E1S SSDs that Jordan's been working on. We've got an extra tray of them over here, but for anyone that hasn't seen these, oh, these are the SK. These are the SK, but it's the same thing. This little, the drive, the board inside's like I think it's a 9mm, and then the heat sink makes it 15, but these come in a bunch of different drive heights, Z heights, but that's the EDSFF connector, so same thing on E3, E1. Very popular with certain hyperscalers. OCP guys really love E1S. Most of the enterprise is going to E3S for the enterprise servers. Oh my gosh, that's big.
I'm not sure I'm this
You know you
old
wanted,
yet.
You know you wanted to say it. Yeah, no heating bill. In fact, when we have, it's funny, when we have the HVAC guys come out in the winter, if we get a new one, he'll come knock on the door and be like, hey, here to service your heat. Like, no, don't worry about it. Service the AC again in January. Make sure the AC doesn't let us down. Cohesity, we know, but we haven't worked with them directly. PowerFlex is flat out amazing. And we haven't looked at it lately, but what it used to be called before EMC bought them was Scale.io. And Scale.io in its day was the first, I think, that could scale in any direction that you wanted. It could be HCI, it could be just a standard SAN, really, really fast, lightweight OS layer on top, not as full featured as other things are in the SAN storage array world, but that was never their intent. They sold to a lot of telcos and financials that wanted extremely fast, low latency storage, and they're still really good at that today. And in fact, Flex, being software defined, gives Dell a nice on-ramp for cloud storage. So Flex is the underpinnings of a lot of what Dell's doing with their cloud services and Project Alpine and Apex and the other Dell initiatives. Yes, Aiden is a big 43-inch Dell that has no business in the lab, but Kevin's quite fond of it after only half a day. But honestly, look, if you compare this on this old 1080p panel to this on the 43-inch
Yes, my KVM is bigger than the actual display.
4K, it also makes, when we do these lives or videos, it makes the will make sharing interesting. So what do you got going on, Kevin?
It's booting. Trying to get the Ubuntu installer to go, and then
So you're in, for those that don't know, explain the iDRAC window on the right.
what?
For those that don't know iDRAC, explain what it's doing on.
It's Dell's server management setup. Allows you to have unattended access, even though we have the monitor and other keyboard right there. Pretend it's not there. It gives you full access onto the server to do a lot of management tasks. But
Dell's got some web apps too, which are or iOS mobile apps that are pretty good too, right?
yeah, I'm not sure if this one's set up with the Wi-Fi access, but it can be helpful to push images and stuff to it from like a phone.
Yeah, Xenon. I realize that we just don't run the heat. Yeah, tips for a new R720: start with iDRAC, and then go update everything. Use the LCM features and get your server with whatever Dell's got available. The 720s probably aren't getting updates anymore, but that's where I would start. I would start with BIOS and all the LCM updates. Make sure you get as current as possible. Well, Frank, Dell offered. Kevin said, I need 4K panel for the lab. And they said, well, we can send you this little 27-inch. And Kevin's like, perfect. But before he could finish saying perfect, they said, we've also got this 43-inch, more perfect. Send them both.
Oh, you can actually do RAID 0. It allows you if you're that insane.
Nobody should be putting RAID 0. We're not even that dumb.
Oh, for your boot drive?
Yeah. We've done dumb things all the time, but putting your OS image in RAID 0 is probably not a great idea.
Yeah, there's no OS, or there's no volume created on the BOSS drive. It usually is on the default setup. They must have just wiped that completely before they shipped it to us. It was like no block device detected, which is sad.
Joel likes Red Hat more than Ubuntu. Fight.
Okay, enjoy your licenses. I mean,
Yeah. Asher, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
so one interesting part for testing this is all the NVMe is through the RAID card.
Is it PERC 11 or 12?
It's PERC 12
Okay.
versus like NVMe native.
That's okay.
Yeah, it changes testing a little bit, but
Make a volume. Test it.
it might require Red Hat or a license mechanism depending on the driver.
Joel's got Red Hat licenses. He'll lend you one.
Yeah.
It's making noise. At peak fan level, it is pretty noisy. I would not want to have it in my living room.
No.
Robo Duck, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So while we're cranking through this,
It has a limit of an hour and a half to create. Oh, okay, good. Did not use the full hour and a half to do the RAID.
oh, to build the RAID,
Yeah.
it said what? It might take an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's the time it allotted for it.
So we're building the RAID on the NVMe BOSS drives right now on the T560. Thankfully, did not take an hour and a half as it lied to us.
See, I could do
briefly.
this from across the room. Like, I wouldn't be able to see that monitor from way over here.
Why don't you go sit in your truck and you could administer it from there through the window?
Everyone can see, even the visually impaired. See, even you can read it right now.
I know. I have to get to right here to be able to see it with my eyes. Do we ever answer the question on RAM and CPU in that system?
Let's- Look at that. It's a Core i5, 4 cores.
Oh, there it goes.
It's a
getting
Core
angry.
i5, 8 gigs of memory. It has all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, that's a little.
And 5 L4s?
No, that's little M90 and Nano.
Kevin was lying before. Uh-oh.
It's going through inventory check right now. You're asking while it's trying to do stuff.
I'm asking it to do too much?
Kind of.
What internet speed do we have? 600 down?
I think it's like 600 down, 300 up.
6 down, 3 up.
Okay.
If you're new and you want to learn more about how to get into IT, we actually have a piece that we just published a couple weeks ago on how to get started in IT. So go to StorageReview.com, check that out. Also check out our Discord, discord.gg/StorageReview, where we've got 1,280 members or so talking about this kind of stuff all the time. So if you want to learn, that's a great way to get started and learn more about what's going on in the industry. All right, what'd you find? It has a CPU, that's good.
The gold 6448Ys, 32 cores right now. We haven't changed those.
Well, those are the Y CPUs, so the Y Intel CPUs, you can actually change their layout a little bit.
Only 512.
Does it see all of our L4s? Let's make sure those are all in there.
Pretty sure yes.
What, there's a fifth thing?
Okay, so it's NVIDIA.
Was there a NIC or something? I can't remember.
Possibly. Could also be an internal device.
I do like, it's not real important, but the CPU affinity display can be helpful in terms of making sure your card placement is good.
Oh, and for Jordan watching this, it records the serial number just in case those vanish.
Oh, you're afraid Jordan might steal the L4s?
Yeah,
And so you're thinking that Dell has a list of the serial numbers?
definitely.
Yeah.
The interesting thing though is, so not all slots in this are equal. Some are Gen 4, some are Gen 5.
Yeah. There you go. It won't matter for the L4s.
No.
But it is, again, when I was talking about CPU affinity, it does matter on these systems when you have two processors where you place the cards and where you place the storage. So in fact, like with this server underneath, I don't know if you can see it in the display, but it has 8 bays, and there's a procedure to how you load the storage that gets much more difficult with Gen 5. So these are Gen 4 drives, and it handles it a little bit better. In Gen 5, like when we looked at the HPE Apollo, the E3S storage server, if you only have 4 drives, it goes in slots 0, 5, 8, and 12 or something. If you have 8 drives, it goes different. So it's very prescriptive to make sure that your storage is optimized and your PCIe lanes are optimized when you get to Gen 5.
Yes, this actually has the naming for them. Same information, just no FPGAs.
What does Pterodactyl need to be good at? I don't know it. But whatever it needs, we probably have, or will have, or are continuing to have. Marky, thanks for the likes. The likes help, so we appreciate that. The likes, the shares, and the new follows all just help. And for the YouTube people, the up thumbs. Yeah, Bryce. We're fans of Pure. Only thing people don't like about Pure is writing the check. This is not VMware. We're looking at iDRAC 9 on the Dell PowerEdge T560. So this fella down here is what we're working on at the moment. Support for 8 NVMe drives, 8 hard drives. It's got the NVMe Boss boot drives, the two little M.2 dudes you see on the right lit up with green. And then we've got 5 NVIDIA L4s in there. So what we're doing is Kevin's going through iDRAC at the moment, getting all set up there.
Look at that max power draw it can go up to. Failure threshold 3,200 watts.
What do you... Oh, 3,270?
Yeah, because it's two 1,400 watts.
Well, we'll never make it to that far.
Yeah, I could. Well, I mean, yeah, with what's installed, no. Not until I attach my USB coffee cup warmers.
Right. Okay, so explain this. If the power supplies are rated to 1,400 each, how could you get to 3,270?
Because you can have what they're rated to and what they'll peak out at before failing. They go a little bit above.
Okay. It seems to me that's a dangerous way to operate enterprise IT gear.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, so this is another thing in iDRAC that it's really good at, is reporting out a lot of this telemetry data, which could be useful. I mean, plus, if you're an IT admin, you're probably just sitting around most of the day anyway, so you pull shit like this up on your screen so you look like you're being busy. That's what Kevin does. Don't mind me, I'm administering the servers. Was the T560 all updated? Is there anything, well, other than Windows updates, any lifecycle updates?
No. And by the way, Windows on this is on the world's smallest little micro PC.
The smallest what?
This Windows session is on that little Lenovo M90 Nano.
Oh, the Windows is... The Kevin's got a little mini Lenovo IoT guy running the power meter, so that's that update.
I mean, like, you can see all the storage controllers.
Frosty, Pterodactyl doesn't seem too intensive, though, so yeah, I mean, we shouldn't... That sounds probably more compute heavy. You don't need GPU for that, I don't think. I know, everyone loves Pure. It is rad. Nimble, to be fair, on thanks Tech for sharing the live on TikTok. To be fair to HPE in regards to Nimble, they haven't done anything wrong there. They've really kept Nimble in that team intact and let Nimble do what it's going to do. In fact, we're about to look at GreenLake for hybrid private cloud, which is a DHCI-based solution with Nimble. So we are engaging on that now. Really digging the GreenLake services. Just did a whole write-up on storage fabric management for GreenLake, or GreenLake for storage fabric management. So if you're a Brocade customer, definitely check this out. It's really cool, free for 180 days, so you can mess around with it. One of the few GreenLake services that's really, really simple to test out. We've got a video coming on that. Mustafa, thanks. Zacho, look at you go. You hearted us. Thanks, buddy. Jonathan, I'd be interested to hear more about the software issues. That's not something we see a whole lot, at least not from Pure, but join our Discord. And as a reminder, Discord plug, as we come up on the hour, discord.gg/StorageReview. It's where we talk about Pure Storage updates with 1,290 of your closest friends. We got all of our contests there. We're giving away 2 of those T560s. Maybe in about a week or so. We got to work out some of the legal logistics. But they're $15,000 configs. They're really nice. They're Kevin's privately curated configs that bring you really great features at a reasonable price, because unfortunately whoever wins this is going to get a tax document because we can't just be handing out servers willy-nilly. IRS is going to want
Well,
their
here,
piece.
if you move it away from the screen, I'll log in, pull up the tab, and then you guys can.
All right, go. I'm covering the screen while Kevin types in his details. That's really your password? Am I still blocking your inbox? It's in Slack. Oh my gosh.
What the hell is that link?
It's in Slack. There, you went past it.
That's their config.
Just pick it and then change it. These people are getting sick of looking at my fingers. All right. Let me get in a little tighter here. So Kevin is pulling up the Dell configurator for the 560 the way he wanted it for the giveaway. So since we have to issue a tax document on it, we wanted to pull out things that were expensive that didn't add value. So he did that.
This Dell website is absolutely crushing this poor Lenovo system.
And then also, he got you the updated perk card for $19, which is good.
This is where I would enjoy having that.
We're doing a lot of Azure work too, Frank. It's coming. Hang tight. We have not done any of the. We haven't done any of the Azure file work yet. Sorry. We're getting closer. Dell's got some announcements around Azure next week too, so FYI on that. Oh yeah, you switched out the drive. Saved $1,000 on a terabyte, which is problematic. What did you do to this little Lenovo system?
It's the Dell website mixed with Chrome. It's not designed to handle such tasks. That's where the tie-in workstation comes in.
Is this why everyone's like, it can only operate 3 Chrome tabs?
Yeah. Anyways, it's like that, and then the 8 fans. So that double block of fans.
Yeah, we went with the double fan block.
And then the other change was iDRAC Enterprise for management. I think that was it.
All right, well, we're up against the hour. We've got another meeting to go hit, but basically we've got the T560 operational-ish. How far did you get?
It's stalling.
Perfect. So we're going to be working on that. We've got the power meter up, so we're going to be adding that. We were looking at the HP Z4 rack and showing you the impact of different benchmarks on power consumption. We got up to 600 watts on that 1U workstation. Talked a little bit about PDU. So this is another one we've been working on. This is the Eaton Universal PDU G3. This thing's pretty slick if you deal with a bunch of different plug types. So it can take everything pretty much. Some of the ports can take
It's
multiple
going to slide
plugs.
down and make the largest slap noise possible.
Yeah, we got finally got the review out today on these little Lenovo servers, and what else we do? We got the T560 with a boot image, and off it went. So we must carry on, but for all you guys that want to keep talking about tech and nerding out, find us on our Discord, discord.gg/StorageReview. We always post, we try to post ahead of time when we're going live so you guys know it's coming up. We have all of our contests there, and 1,290 nerds that like to talk about technology, home lab, and all that kind of stuff. But thanks for checking in, guys. Appreciate all the new follows, the new friends, and we will be back soon.
Are they off? When am I going to be able to talk about the secret shit? Come on.